Oh, 90s anime. How I love you, 90s anime. Just when you think you've seen most of the obscure, you're just rudely mistaken, cause you haven't, and obviously never will. An anime like Devil's Circuit, also known as Download, come around every now and then to remind me of this reality. But it's a reality I really appreciate. Dare I say that this is almost a precursor to serial experiments Lain. I mean, we got a dude hooked up to a machine with all kind of strange, evil images being downloaded into his psyche, and he's walking around looking just as dead as Lain does. Simultaneously, we got a pervert who keeps showing up to this strip club where they play country music, in English by the way, and the anime is in Japanese. But yeah, he does this till he ends up getting his ass whipped. There's random blood being spilled, and I have no answer for you as to why. All I know was that I was profoundly moved by this experience. But let's try to break it down. What exactly is going on here? So Pervy Bro picks up a chick on his way home that some biker gangs are actually looking for. He simps and he tries to protect her and gets beat down again. Funny thing here is that it gets revealed that his father was a lecherous monk also. And I'm wondering now if the whole perverted monk thing is a historical thing in Japan or something, because when I think back on characters like this, I also remember Moroku and Inuyasha and stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. But Buddy here followed his father's footsteps of being a Buddhist monk who works for his friend Shun and her father. This is the point where things get kind of interesting. We discover that there's more than meets the eye with him. It's kind of fuzzy at the beginning, but our womanizing protagonist is also a hacker. There's this phenomenon here called death mail, which pretty much kills the person who receives the mail within 3 days if the message is not passed on. It's sent to someone's VR, I guess, in an email format. And in this futuristic world, VRs are pretty much like iPhones at this point. And so, Monk and his friend, the biker gang that fucked him up who goes by the Pinkies, and the stripper who goes by Susie Wong but her real name's Namiho, all get wrapped up into this cyberpunk chain letter episode. It's actually very fascinating once you get past the odd first 15 minutes or so. The weirdo walking around with the computer on his head eventually meets his demise, and that's what shifts things towards a little more clarity of what's going on. Shifts, but not fully unraveled quite yet. That character's short-lived life in this anime represents all that is wrong with this chainmail, as teen suicide is a rising issue in this world. You probably could tell by now it's hard to cohesively explain what this anime is doing, but the thing is, that's kind of the appeal it had for me. I found myself confused and feeling like the OVA was going nowhere majority of the time watching it, but it's almost like it didn't matter because it was so entertaining. I'll just leave you with plot-wise. Death mail is going around, these hackers gotta try to stop it because whoever gets it is going to die. And everything else you see is kind of just experimental filler. The presentation is where the value lies. Pretty colors and lights, and this is good as there's so much going on aesthetically and blends multiple areas of the 20th century into one anime. You hear country music, see some traditional things from like the 60s, but it's supposed to be the future, but it also could look like the 90s. Devil's Circuit offers a lot, but I can't help wonder if that was its very demise. Last thoughts and plot though, aside from aesthetics being all over, the story kind of goes all over as well. It never actually fixated and allowed us to experience the whole chain letter thing deeply. It kind of just establishes it after a while and then goes off into child's play between all these characters, such as constantly teasing us with Shido, that's the pervy monk or whatever, and Namiho locking lips, but it never happened. This anime was based on a PC Engine video game and was directed by none other than Rintaro and Kanata Yoshitori, who you may have seen X and Castle in the Sky from him. I gotta say, this is definitely the artist that these gentlemen have worked on, and though not bad by any means, I'm not necessarily surprised it went under the radar. You don't get all the extra cyberpunky stuff till the OVA is basically over, and trust me, it's worth the wait. There was a certain point where it starts to get into a little bit of Akira territory right there. I'm not gonna say it's on the level of Akira, but it was quite enjoyable. But anyways, regardless, everything that you get prior still has enough to leave you not feeling like you wasted an hour, man. Like the video, comment down below what y'all want to see next. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Anime back when.